a rider, oh, who was John, John, John. He was a rider, oh, who was John, John. He was a rider, the angels came from heaven down, down low, to see who'd wear the crown, low. John, don't you ride no more. He wrote the Revelation. He was a writer, he wrote the Revelations. He was a writer, he wrote the Revelations. He was a writer, the angels came from heaven down, down low, to see who'd wear the crown, low. John, don't you ride no more. That'll give us a little space. My first poem is called The Necessary Moon. There is no need, the poetry of the grocery list, the boredom and conquest of bathroom stalls, what was done here and by whom. The necessary moon hangs in Norway maple branches, bereft but for one red leaf, sputtered in the wind she sings all the things we need to know.
Wow. Yeah, baby.
All right. This is untitled. This you did not grow. Your hand was never in it. Seldom, if ever, will you miss the slow unsettling of stone upon seed as a life unbound and bent upon itself struggles up to take its turn. For what is in the glass has left the bottle, and what is in the field at first snow remains unfulfilled, abandoned. Another season's miracle, another lover's wildflower. This set of poems is all farm poems. So that's the commonality. They all come from that place. This is also untitled. Now the green light fades. Off and over some fence line hidden, lost cows look astray. The closing glance of closing day. Again, you are not here. Walking back along the stream, dry August, there honeybees parched seek water, but only mud in huddles cramped. The summer closes down. Night a wing trips close unto the ear. Scattered scratch the schism is. All done, undone, outside the outside, looking in. Legs and hands, feet and arms, crumbled, creaking, climb the hill. Step and step and step and step. Churches somewhere lock their doors. Window lights, purple, 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 black. Inside a storm front circles back. The farm undoes the doings done. You are not here. The lost cow turns, somewhere's a barn. Closer, closer, closer was. The farm hand shouts, the tall count short. No call for me, and darkness settles in.
Yeah.
The next is about weasels. And they change colors through the season. They're brown in the summer, they get mottled in the fall, they turn white in the wintertime. So this is called the season's coat. The cats we left in the old red Ford know the season's coat has changed, but I still want one last September day, deep in November's darkening blue, which late becomes December. The kitchen counter trap remains unsprung, but possums too from the mudroom take the bait, apples and vanilla, and briefly sleep a country road 2 miles north, reawake and head off fast, never looking back. Today those cats, for hunger's sake, took a mottled weasel who, like me, scurried uncertain about the farm, snow white below, yet patched in autumn's brown, a black-tipped tail confirming the beauty of not knowing really which season it is. This is my last farm poem, but it leads me into my next batch of poems. So I'll read it. It's called Porch Light. Fix the front porch light. So much talk of dying here, there is a need. Someone will come home late, or in the early morning hours the phone will ring, and there will be leaving. Not much here of necessity. Hands stopped holding hands long ago when they go out. The farmhouse is only shadow, hulking, great and unbegotten at the hill's bottom. Walk up and watch. The sun recline behind the empty blue smoke woods, rose and purple blush waiting without the slightest breath. When it is done, turn and go back down to the sleeping, sleeping valley. How nice to have a porch light shine, even from a house you know you will not enter. The next group of poems is the last couple of years we put a lot of people in the ground, but that's what happens when you're in your 50s. You take care of people that are in their 80s and whatnot. So, untitled, but the good first line. Well and into it. The edges of a lifetime, splendid always. These little misunderstandings, remote, fine fingers on porch swings later. July, early August, late, what difference would it make? She comes undone. The second story windows are not moving. The barking dog is in another house. The flag's reflection explains the day. The wind initiates the uninitiated. No one knows. Sparrows and empty cherry trees who blossomed but did not bear fruit. The squirrels are discouraged. The crows are fed peanuts by the woman who starves cats with kindness, the hungry kind who die in late December, walking in dark alleys. They fall over. Black and blacker yet, yellow-eyed denizen of disappointment, who once you fed and closed the door, lover, husband, mother. Once at her breast you held your gaze, the head of God as certain as it was or ever was to be. You cannot find the words along the flagstone hallway. The doorknobs will not move, locked as always, late at night. You think you know their names, the dogs behind the doors, barking, barking, barking. No one's home. There is no wind out in the yard. The flag is dead upon the spotlit pole. You're looking up and see the curtains. Someone's moving room to room. No one likes to be home alone. No one wants to go out last and turn out all the lights. This is titled. It's a similar poem. My parents moved in right next door to me, so it's interesting, you know, you get the habit, you know, bathroom light at 7:05, you know, the kitchen light at 7:15, you know. So, this was in relation to my parents. Losing love mid-age. Summer ending, ended. We pretending, pretended. And beach day sun remains, sorry, having offended. An offer, offends. A friend, offering a friend, offended. Walk the sand surf line, explain again, differences undeniably denied. What Sunday, what silence, what second look, what memory, so much remembered. Had we but started sooner, the whole moon of it surprising us, beyond the rock point, a shared face to face the sea. She emerges now and always now. The rounding edge of planets we inhabit, and we cannot love this less, cannot cover these small faltered smiles, cannot convince this inner drumming steady as ocean surf, to name the names we misremember, or remember the remember of our own name. This is untitled. A life without these small insignificances, the shelves all cleared of every memory but your own. And so you come, unable to say your name, afraid of the black door. It would have been better to keep the last blue letter, her opinion of your opinion of love at such a tender age. You did not agree, could not fathom the truth of blue water, written in tears. Be yourself, even if you must be alone. This last in this section is, there's a word, and I might not pronounce it, so you get it, but it's want, W-O-N-T, which is want, which is your customary practice, not want, which is something completely different. We're really good at that here in this country. We get what we want. But want is what you customarily do. When at last I smell the incense, when I sleep beneath the white owl's wings, having tried hard to tell you where the rabbit runs and why. There being no listening beneath the eaves of my life for rooftop words whose condensation a gathered patter forms, a stretched and scattered stones at my foundation. So it is. The marbled thoughts of stars erected as if some construct of a soul left undone. Who considers any other in what unsaid is unheard? When all arrive leaving and all leave arriving. What else can simply be but be? Waving as we are wont in empty streets when love has long departed. And these are times we live in, so it's like a This century, when nothing comes out of our mouths but perfect teeth, their alignment misconstrued as purpose portends some greater lingering doubt. Did we leave the gas on? Is the iron unplugged? No one even bothered to feed the cat or pick up newspapers scattered on the front porch. Some stranger's pointing finger rings our bell, but we have not lived here in years and never open our front doors, entering as we do through our garages, holding takeout as we punch the code, a Bluetooth in our ear, beautiful and perfectly aligned to the sound of nothing. This is about going to what I like to call that'll do, that'll work. That's Lowe's and Home Depot, and you go in there, you say, what about, oh yeah, that'll work. That'll. It falls to us to search the endless aisles for missing parts. Underpaid clerks join us, befuddled also that nothing fits, and when our eyes meet, apologies. And outside, night settles in the empty lot. It too has befallen us to be the living ones, with more dead than coming on, and all the windows broken down every street in perfect dream that was the world. I graduated high school in '79, so that's Supertramp. Supertramp, right?
Yeah.
All right. And so there's a little bit of Supertramp in here. And it's called Supertramp. In the end, the land will win. I know you believe you are better than the grass. As for the owl's wing, spread in flight above a sleeping field, you are not sure. On asphalt, parallel to train tracks, parallel to a river, named for a people smart enough to have no name, she loops the night, dropping before the elegant chrome of a polished Pontiac, an end is found. But even the feathers you cannot touch. They know you know, and there are laws. A tail feather in your hair, one small wing primary in the band of your brimmed hat, not allowed. Leave that in the ditch by the Budweiser can and the McDonald's cup inscribed with, put litter in its place. Easy. Roll up the power window with the tip of your left pinky finger, let the wheel go, and tune the radio to a song you sang in the perfect year of a young life. Some they will, and some they won't. With some, it's just as well. You think you know where I am going, but no one goes to the going place but alone. You or I, no different. We could talk about it, but why bother? Real wisdom sometimes just sits down in the woods, in open grass, beside a freezing river, taps the temple when the chasing ones come by. One here for me, my friend, and smiles. No small kindnesses. Who can spare the bullet, running the world at night before the trail goes cold? And besides, there are laws. They depart. Sing your song until the silence comes. Was an early morning yesterday. I was up before the dawn, and I really have enjoyed my stay, but I must be moving on.